Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And we're still in celebration, only a little while to go now, but for a qualifying order, you can order or you can get this stamp set absolutely free. So the celebration brochure is, let me just grab it out for you. There we go. Is here. It runs to the end of February. So as I say, you've only got to the end of this month. And yes, for a qualifying order, you can get free things. So this is the little owl stamp called Adorable Owls. Absolutely love it. It's 6 cling stamps, so really lovely detail on them. And for a £45, €60, you can get it absolutely free. So if you place an order for something else, don't forget to add your celebration ones or make it up to that, because it's not a lot to get £45, and you can then get this lovely little one. So we are going to do an anniversary card. So I have taken this little one, who I think is really cute, but I don't want to do the hat on it. So what I've done is I have taken, let me take a little piece of washi tape, and I am just going to cover just the hat on there. I've put him quite near the top, or her quite near the top, so it doesn't come on the hat. And then I'm going to use Memento ink because we're going to colour it with blends, and I'm just going to stamp the little owl. Don't forget to take your piece off, and when I stamp it there might be a little piece missing, but I will show you how to fill that in. So we are going to have this one going. I've cut my paper down quite small, so I want this one going in on this side, right down on the bottom, and coming up like this. And you can see it's got a little piece missing, but don't worry because we will fill that in very easily. So that's that one. And then we're going to take the little owl with the bow tie, and he's going to go on to the other side. So let me just make sure he's reasonably straight. And again, I'm using the Memento because that means that I can then colour it in with the blends. And we're going to put him next door. Like that. Okay, so we've got them both, one on one side, one on the other. Let me just clean that off again. Now, you can see that we need to sort out the hat first of all. So stamping right markers, the very fine end, and if we look at this we can see that it goes that direction. So all I need to do is to take from here and just go up like that, and then that just goes in. So as I say, it's very easy to do it, just a bit of a wiggly line, and you've got that together. Okay, so now we've got our little girl and now we've got our little boy. So I want to colour the, let's do their eyes to start off with, because my favourite colour for the eyes is pale mint macaron. It just gives a beautiful, beautiful colour to their eyes. So you can see there's a little tiny highlight in their eyes, so don't go over that bit, but just do that on there, and then this one up on the other way. By doing that first, it allows the other parts to dry, and then I'm going to do the this is dark Calypso Coral, is going to do the beak. Again, if it is quite juicy, just do little tiny dots, and then it stops it going bleeding across on the other side. Just do that on there. And little feet. Just doing those coming out on this side. And this little foot sitting up like that. Okay, so having done those first, it then allows us just a little bit of room. And so we've got the boy is the going to have smoky slate, light and dark. So I'm going to do the bow tie. And this is the light to start off with. And then his wings. Just going down on here with the light. As I say, when it's juicy, I like using the bullet point because it goes quite quickly. But as I say, when it's juicy, just very, very light strokes. Let's do down little wings. And then his, just the outside of his face. So we're not going to do the outside of his ears. Because I think sometimes if you do too much, it looks a bit over egged. Okay, so that's him. I now just want to do a little bit of tones with the dark. So I just want to do some little pieces like this on here of his bow tie. Little bits where his wings are. Like that. Little bit under where his tummy is, and we'll just have a tiny little bit where his just come in just a little bit, not too much. And that you can go over again if you need to, but I don't think I do on this. And then the little girl is going to be in, this is Petal Pink, but you can do it in any sort of pink that you happen to have. And again on this one I've only got the dark because I haven't got the other. Now this was the bit where we went up and filled it in ourselves, but that's fine because it's very easy to work with. So that's going on that bit, and then we just need to do again down on here, down on her little wings. And by doing these two colours, they're quite anniversary looking, I think. So that comes in like that. So those are our two little owls done. And I'd probably trim that down just a little bit. Let me just get my trimmer, and we can then trim that down by probably about 1/8 of an inch maybe. That's perfect, like that. That looks nice. And then what I would do is, and I've done some of this because I've obviously done one before, a bit of a Blue Peter exercise, because I wanted to make it an anniversary card. So what I did was I mounted this on a piece of black. So just took it so it came in onto the black like that, which all I need to do is to, let's see what size we've got on this, because then I can do it for another one. So that is 3.5, so we'll take that to 3 3/4 on this bit. So we've got 1/4 inch, 3 3/4, take that there, that should be about right then. So that will give us our little mat for there. I quite like doing fairly plain black because, as I say, then it just stands out quite nicely. So I can just glue that on, and then we've got that bit done. You can see how your blends will bleed through. Most good alcohol markers will bleed through. So I'm just going to put that on there. So I've got 1/4 inch border on there. You can make it smaller if you want to, but as I say, 1/4 inch for me works fine. And then we can add, to make it more sort of anniversary, we can put some little pearls on the little girl. You could even turn it into a wedding card if you wanted to. You know, you could put some on her hair, around her neck. Let me see if I've got any tiny ones on here and see how they will work. I think I'm just going to take one out. Oh, I've got a couple that have slipped out. Let's take one off of here and see, because I could just use that to balance it. Here we go. So if I had that, you see, I could put that round as a little tiara to make it a wedding one, or I can just put, and I think I'm just going to put just a few just in on here, just as like a little necklace, but I don't want them to, let's put it in the middle like that. There's another one that slipped over here. Let's see if that one will come off. Has it got its little sticky bit in? Whoops. I don't think it's got its, let's take that one off, that's got some sticky on. So we can put this one on here. And I'll just take another one on the other side. So they're just about the right size. So again, just a little bit on there that just gives it, makes it look a little pretty. But as I say, you could put some across the top and have it like a tiara, put some really sparkly ones on there. That again would, in fact, these ones would work beautifully as well. The champagne ones just across the top as a little tiara would be lovely. But this is going to be an anniversary. But as I say, you can take it for a wedding as well. And then what I've done is I wanted to create a background that was going to look very pretty. So I've taken some of the lovely papers which are free during celebration. So this is using all celebration stuff. This is the Dainty, where is it? Here we are. The Dainty Flowers, page 6. And again, this is a £45. You get all of those lovely papers. I've done lots with it, so I know that you know about those. But I've taken the reverse sides because I really liked that. So I'm going to put this, and I've cut my black mat because I want the black for it to stand out. So I'm going to put the pink's going to come in on this side. The blue's going to come in on that side because this is then going to come in on the centre. You could do it either way round. So this is what I did earlier on, and I've done it so it can come the other way. But I think I'm going to do, and I just coloured that with crushed curry. I am going to do it this way because that's the way that I've set it out. So we need to take this one. And it's a great way of just using up scraps to have as a background. So we'll have this one in on this side. And I just want to make sure that we've got the border the right size, which we have. Then I can put this one in on the other side. So that is going to come in that way. And we need to make sure that it comes in across like that, which it does. And then to just join those pieces, I've got a little piece of the fresh freesia in there. As I say, there's some lovely, lovely papers. Both sides are beautiful. So when you've got little scraps over, don't throw them away, put them in so that you can have those. And as I say, that just goes straight down the middle and just gives you your, makes the join a little bit more seamless. Then we can put this one in on the center like this. And I'm going to, I could put it on with dimensionals. I'm going to glue it because there is a bit of layering on there. And as I was saying before, you know, postage is increasing right the way across the world. I've heard from quite a few of you that postage is increasing. So we just need to be, I'm putting it just a little bit nearer the top because I've got a happy anniversary to go down on the bottom. Like that. Now I've taken, this is from an old teeny tiny sentiments that I've promised I would never ever get rid of because I love it so much. And the punch as well, we've got two different, and I've got both of them that went with the teeny tiny. So one's got a rounded edge, one's got this sort of pointed edge, but it's perfect for doing the happy anniversary. So I'm just going to put the happy anniversary in on the bottom like that. Glue that down. And then that will go in perfectly on here. And you've now got your different colours. And as I say, if you wanted to, if I turn it up the other way round, you could put the girl on this side and the boy on that side, and you'd have it that way round. So it really depends whether you want light going to dark or dark going to light. I just happen to do it this way this time, which I think works either way. But it uses up your little scraps of paper, makes a pretty anniversary card, and shows that you can take the birthday hat off if you want to, and make this one a sweet little girl. So I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.